Hello students, in today's lecture we are going to discuss the sales forecasting, which is one of the important part of sales management. So in sales forecasting we will discuss the objectives of sales forecasting, then factors that influence the sales forecasting, followed by the process and various types of sales forecasting. Sales forecasting is a combination of two words, that is sales and forecasting. Sales, as we know, means to sell something, whereas forecasting means to predict something. Here in sales forecasting, we predict the future sales. So, the process of estimating the future sales is known as the sales forecasting. Proper sales forecasting is a great asset to the business organization. The sales forecasting helps the firm to predict both short term and as well as long term performances. The data from past sales, then economic and prevailing economic conditions, and performance of competitor is used to predict the sales of a business organization. These are some of the basic objectives of sales forecasting. First is it assists in decision making. So the prediction of future performance helps the business organization in making accurate decisions. These accurate decision making improve sales, generate revenue, and helps in expansion of a business. So with the estimation of sales forecasting, it becomes easier for a business organization to manage and control all the activities of business and take accurate and timely decisions based on it. The decisions can be related to advertising, to marketing, to manpower planning, or it can be related to the new product developments. So once the sales is predicted, the production and other activities can be controlled to achieve the desired results. We can say that sales forecasting makes controlling of various resources effectively. Similarly, sales forecasting acts as a tool for evaluating the performance of sales team, or we can say of sales personnel. The performance of various departments and employees can be easily measured on the basis of sales targets achieved by them. Then next is it assists in budgeting. So we know sales is very important for every business organization, and so is the sales forecasting. Sales forecasting helps the business organization to prepare and allocate budgets to various sales activities or to various sales departments. The strength and accuracy of budget mainly depends upon the accuracy of sales forecasting. Then is it helps the business organization to check the prevailing market trends. So apart from forecasting the own sales, many business organizations even forecast the sales of their competitors to keep a check on their performance. With this, the business organization can plan accordingly in order to overcome their competitors. We can say that it gives a competitive edge to the business organization. Then is it assists in designing of sales territories and sales quotas. As we know, as we have already discussed in our previous lectures, that sales territory is basically the segmentation of the whole sales market, and sales quota is assigning of targets to those specific sales territories. So sales forecasting is also done for specific sales territories. This helps the sales manager or the sales management department to assign sales quotas to its sales personals and sales teams. So we can say that sales forecasting plays a important role in almost all the departments of business organization. The sales forecasting is a vital tool for all the major business activities. So these are the basic objectives of sales forecasting. Next comes the factors that influence the sales forecasting. The sales forecasting mainly depends upon the type of product. For example, if the products are seasonal, like AC, coolers are required in summers, and while the heaters are required in winters, then their sales forecasting is also different depending upon their seasonal demand. Second is target population. So, if the target population is large, then the sales forecasting is also complex, as vast areas has to be covered to predict overall and territory wise sales for the future. The demographic factors also impact the sales forecasting. Then is prevailing economic conditions. So the economic conditions of a country have a considerable impact on the sales forecasting. The economic conditions also defines the market potential and the sales potential of various products. For example, nowadays the economy is suffering due to the COVID-19 situation. So the sales forecasting for the coming months or years will also be low as compared to the normal conditions, normal economic conditions. Then is fourth one is business conditions. So the business conditions are very much similar to the economic conditions. The business conditions refer to the prevailing economic conditions relating to similar or a same industry. The business condition covers various factors like government regulations, government policies, then taxation policies, credit policies, and public opinion, or we can say the foreign trade policy also comes into are also is also a part of business conditions. So based on all these factors of business conditions, this sales forecasting is done. Then is the internal factors. The internal factors like organization policies, structure, strategies influence the sales forecasting. The policy, the internal policies can be related to production, advertising, distribution, then human source planning, finance, and pricing. All these are having a deep impact on the sales of a business organization. Then comes the psychological factors. So, with change in habits, lifestyles, cultures, the demand and choice of products also change frequently. So, while forecasting the sales, these psychological factors are also studied in detail to prevent the inaccuracy in sale forecasting. So, we can say apart from these basic factors, the size of the business organization, the income level of the target population, social awareness level, and other demographic factors like the age, the type of population also influence the sales forecasting. For more accuracy in sales forecasting, all these factors are needed to be studied in complete detail. Sales forecasting is a key component for every business organization, whether it's a small or a big. It assists every business in making sound strategic decisions. For accurate sales forecasting, various methods are employed. Sales forecasting can be qualitative and quantitative in nature. In qualitative methods, the opinion of experts is used for estimating the future sales, while in quantitative method, mathematical analysis of various factors is done to predict the future sales. Now let's first discuss the qualitative method. The first one is sales forecasting by opinion method, Salesforce opinion method. As the name suggests, in this case, opinion of sales personnel is used to predict the future sales. In this case, individual sales personnel are asked to forecast sales of their respective territories. The sales forecasting of this type is most accurate as the sales personnel are directly in contact with their specific customers. But sometimes the sales personnel may underestimate the sales potential of their territory, so that they can easily achieve the future sales targets. The lack of training and overburdening of sales personnel may also impact the accuracy of a sales forecast. Then second type of qualitative sales forecasting is forecasting based on the sales. We can say the past sales. In this case, the past year sales are the basis of forecasting. Sometimes a percentage is added to the last year's sales. For example, last year's sales or last month's sales are 1 lakh per month. The business organization plans 10% increase in sales forecasting to the last year's sales. So in this case, the sales for the present month or a year will be 1,10,000. Then the third is expert opinion method. In this type of method, top executives of the company give their independent opinion based on their experience and facts about the future sales. The average of their opinions are taken to make the sales forecasting. This method is useful during the initial, or we can say during the beginning days of any business organization. But the sales opinion given by the top executive gives the overall sales estimation, but not based on specific products or specific territories. Then the fourth one is consumer feedback survey method. So in this method, consumer buying behavior is used to predict the future sales. This method is very useful if the target consumers are small. The method is best suited for the industrial goods, or we can say industrial supplies, where the consumer buying behavior is more predictable and rational. Then the fifth qualitative technique is Delphi method. Here the panel of experts estimate the sales of the organization. So these experts hold discussions on various factors that influence the sales forecasting before giving a common opinion regarding the future sales. The experts from every level, that is from top level, from middle level, and even from the lower management level, participate in this method. The accuracy in predicting sales, however, depends upon the selection of panel of experts. So these are the top 5 qualitative techniques used for sales forecasting. The quantitative techniques or methods are basically the mathematical analysis. First one is time series analysis. Here the sales forecasting is done based upon the past sales data. During time series sales analysis, the past sales trend and the seasonal factors are taken into account. The only drawback of this method is that external factors which have a deep, or we can say a major impact on sales is not considered while sales forecasting analysis. Then second is simulation method. So this method uses a mathematical equation of various parameters that impact sales. The equation is S is equal to R plus N. Here S is total sales, R is replacement demand, and N is the new owner or a newcomer demand. This method provides market potential for a product. So once the market potential is known, the company potential can easily be calculated. And we can say that this method is very helpful for forecasting the sales of especially durable goods. Then the third one is causal relationship forecasting. So this is the most sophisticated forecasting method of sales forecasting. So in this method, past sales data is used and its relation with the external and internal factors is also calculated. The calculation can be, however, we can say that calculation can be more complex. So the experts are required to forecast these sales through this method. So these are the 3 basic qualitative methods used for predicting the future sales. The sales forecasting process is quite simple. As we know that sales forecasting is the fundamental, or we can say it's a base of the sales planning and budgeting. So the sales forecasting process starts with the determination or the need of forecasting. The purpose of sales forecasting is based upon the sales forecasting objectives, which we have discussed earlier. The short-term decisions and various marketing strategies form the base on which sale forecasting is done. Then in the next step, we divide the products offered by the business organization into various homogeneous groups. Homogeneous here means grouping of similar products. This step can be successfully implemented if there is a proper marketing segmentation. Now we will determine various factors that influence the sales forecasting. These factors can be type of product or the prevailing economic conditions, competitors. We have discussed all these factors in detail. Then appropriate method of forecasting is chosen. The method can be qualitative or quantitative in nature depending upon the need of forecasting. Then comes the fifth step. So here data is collected from various sources and is analyzed to predict the future sales. The past sales data is also considered during data collection and analysis. The findings after this analysis are interpreted and is presented to the concerned authority of a business organization. Then comes the last stage, which is implementation of findings. So at this final stage, the decisions are made based on the sales forecasting. The sales forecasting results are given or forwarded to various departments and sales territories. All the concerned departments and sales territories work in a coordination to achieve the sales objective. So this was all in this sales forecasting process. It's a 6-step process. Under many circumstances, the sales forecasts are not 100% accurate. The error in judgment can lead to failure of a sales forecasting technique. So this inaccuracy in sales forecasting is due to some of the following reasons. First one is, and the most important, is inexperienced staff. The inexperienced staff leads to human judgment error in sales forecasting. So experienced and well-trained staff should be used to conduct the sales forecasting. Then is failure to detect market trends. So during sales forecasting, the market conditions should be taken into account. The external factors, which include the market and the economic conditions, should be thoroughly studied during sales forecasting process. Then apart from forecasting its own sales, the business organizations must keep an eye on their competitors. So if the competitor or competition is ignored, then it can contribute towards the limiting of accuracy of sales forecasting. Then the business organization must use combination of 2 or more methods of sales forecasting. We can say both qualitative and quantitative methods can be used in order to achieve more accurate results regarding sales forecasting. Then is sometimes there is lack of sales history. So for a sound sales forecasting, the past sales history is also very important. Then comes the psychological factors. The psychological factors are related to the consumer buying behavior that influence the sales. It's not very easy to predict the psychological behavior of consumers. Any kind of rumors can also impact the sales of we can say also impact the future sales. Then failure to determine the consumer demand also impacts the sales forecasting process. So apart from these, lack of funds, lack of top management support, and use of outdated technology are for a calculation of sales forecasting are also the reasons for inaccuracy of results. So these are some of the we can say are the limitations or the challenges which are faced during sales forecasting. These are some of the important questions which are related to this lecture session. Hope the lecture session has enhanced your knowledge regarding the sales forecasting. I will be looking forward for your feedbacks and queries related to sales forecasting. Thank you.